interview them, what do they bring to the table?
Yeah.
Do they help you with training? Do they help you to teach you how to prospect, generate leads? Do they teach you how to list or convert leads?
Yeah. Almost say to anyone who's working with agencies, go and do it yourself. Just experiment with Facebook ads, see the back end, see how it works, and then understand, have some knowledge of it. Because then when you go to an agency, you can be like, oh, are you testing this? Are you doing this? And then you can actually go back to them and be like, hey, I know what I'm doing in a sense. And then you hold them accountable then. A lot of agencies, what they do is the real estate agent actually doesn't have a clue about marketing or digital marketing.
That was me.
Welcome back.
G'day.
G'day. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I think we did last week, didn't we?
Nah, we haven't talked in a while.
We haven't spoken for a while.
You did George last week.
All right.
Then you had the ARIT conference.
Of course.
And then we did it.
Okay, so here we are.
And we're bringing a new format.
Okay.
So the show is going to change slightly.
Right.
So today we're going to do question and answers. So subscribers have sent through their questions. We'll try and get through 3, maybe 5. Then we're going to have a guest on each month. Then you're going to do a one-on-one with the audience.
Okay.
And then we might just do another sit down like this about a topic.
That'd be lovely. It'd be good to know, like, get what people think, what they get the most benefit from.
Yeah.
Like, what episode is the best, and then we can kind of like navigate through there. So we're just adding value to people, how we can help.
Exactly.
And the more we know how they like it, how they enjoy it, the better we can serve, right?
And people are enjoying it. People are downloading this.
It's lovely.
But you're not leaving us reviews. So get onto it. If you like this, leave us a review. If you think we're a 4-star, maybe a 3, just
give us a
no. Just leave us a review. We need feedback.
Yeah. What do they say? If you your mother said, like, if you got something nice to say it. Otherwise, don't say it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. And if you want to submit your questions, you can email those to hello@najibre.co.nz.
Sure.
Or go to our YouTube channel. You can put your questions in the comments there. We also publish this show on YouTube, so you can see our faces. Which
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
We got great faces for radio.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're okay.
All right, let's get into it. Question number 1 from Jake. I've just finished my first month as an agent. I've done flyers, email newsletters, cold calls, and texted seller lead and also done social media ads. Nothing, all no's. I know it's only been a month, but am I doing something wrong, or am I just being impatient?
Yeah, that's, Jake, it takes a little while, obviously, for leads to come in. So be patient, but hurry up, what we say, right?
Yeah, that's your quote.
Absolutely. Hurry up and be patient, no question about it. What I'm suggesting, rather than doing a whole lot of things, just make it 2, 3, 4 things. Let's say you said you did, what was the thing that Jake does?
He's done a lot. He did flyers, email newsletters, cold calling. He's texting seller leads, and he's also doing social media ads.
Got you.
In his first month.
Okay. Well done for doing all that. No question about it. What I'm suggesting is, obviously, when you've got no income coming in as a business, right, you don't want to put money out because it's just a matter of time for you to go out of business. And we don't want that, Jake, right? So I'm suggesting is, first of all, have those flyer deliveries, do it consistently, and do it for a long period of time, right? Don't stop doing those. That's free, right? Email newsletter, yes, go ahead and do that, right?
Yeah.
And then in social media, just put minimum amount towards your marketing. I'm not sure what kind of marketing you're doing. I'm suggesting is like the flyer deliveries, that has to be done every month at least. And I'm suggesting, rather than trying to just spray and pray, what we've discussed about is like, just go to one area and do deliveries in that area.
Yeah.
And 1 month is too easy. So give it some time, Jake. Give it some time, and hopefully things week out. Well, what I'm also like, you've got to find a good mentor that can actually help you. I wish like, if I knew what I know now, or I have the mentors that I've been blessed to be around in the last 10 years when I started. So Jake, I feel you. It's hard.
Yeah. So number one is reduce the amount you're doing and maybe focus on a couple of those things and don't spend too much money. I mean, as a marketer, I'd say don't choose a social media agency straight away because they can just take your money and they don't do enough testing or learning, and you probably don't have the experience in that either.
Yeah.
Choose a suburb.
Yeah.
And then target that suburb. And another thing is don't just put your name on there saying, hey, I'm Jake and I'm a real estate agent at Harcourts or whatever it is. Actually give them some value.
Sure. Sure.
Talk, else people will just be like, oh, I know Jake,
sure,
but he's not giving me anything.
No.
So that's how you can kind of stand out above other agents.
Absolutely. And so it's not just deliveries and putting stuff in a litter box. So you door knock. You, like you said, add value to people. Find out what houses sold in the area, what's on the market, and just door knock around that area, that specific area that you've chosen, and tell them it doesn't have to be your sales. It could be somebody else's sales. One of our guys, Cam, he was out doing deliveries today, market report, and then he came back with 3 leads.
Yeah.
Right? I said, bring 1 lead today. So he brought back 3 leads.
Yeah.
Right? So that's...
And how many houses did he door knock? He's out all day.
He was out all day. How many houses did he door knock? Probably...
Yeah.
About 80. He delivered 4 boxes of reports, but he door knocked 80 and spoken to, obviously, I'm not sure exactly how many people spoken, but got 3 leads. So, like you said, adding value, but going back to that, just one area. Flyers free, door knocking is free.
Yeah.
So I'm suggesting exhaust that and then go and find yourself a social media. Like you said, you're the marketing guy. So with marketing, like I've had people, even as an organization, I've had people who say like, I'm going to get you leads and all that kind of stuff. And it was waste of money.
Yeah.
Just getting people it's just like when you go to work for an agency, they said, just come and we'll just help you become a real estate agent, right? No, but what do you do for me as a marketer? Like what would you suggest for us?
I would almost say to anyone who's working with agencies, go and do it yourself. Just experiment with Facebook ads, see the back end, see how it works, and then have some knowledge of it. Because then when you go to an agency, you can be like, oh, are you testing this? Are you doing this? And then you can actually go back to them and be like, hey, I know what I'm doing in a sense. And then you hold them accountable then. A lot of agencies, what they do is the real estate agent actually doesn't have a clue about marketing or digital marketing.
That was me.
And then they give you the wrong stats. They give you impressions.
Yeah.
If an agency is coming to you and says, we've had this much reach, but they're not actually saying, this is how much we spent, these are the leads we got, they're not a good agency.
No.
And I just wouldn't recommend starting out like that initially.
Yeah.
I would say get your name out there first through, like you said, flyers, cold calling.
Yeah.
Build your brand a little bit, and then you can start getting to like social media ads. And it's free. Sorry, just going back to social media, you can post for free.
Yeah.
And you can reach a lot of people if you get good at that. So try that.
Don't use an agency until you know what you're doing, because they just throw your money away. And honestly, it's happened exactly with me. I've had many agencies before we have got our great marketing team here, and obviously you hit it. We throw so much money away, and they were like, we did this and this and this, but this and this and this, but where's the leads at? Why are the leads not coming in, right? But we've already done this, and we've even gone as far as Australia.
Yeah.
And we're like, just give us breakdown of what happened. Like, oh, here's a breakdown. But me, like you said, an agent, I don't know what where my money went.
Yeah.
So, like you said, do not.
Just have a little bit of an understanding about some of the things that needs to be tracked, I would say. But yeah, that was a good answer. I think you need to just cut it back.
I think so.
Choose a suburb and be patient. It's been 1 month.
So. I think so. And obviously, like I talk to my team here, I talk about like, the short term now, you're getting listing now. great. Come back with a listing. They will sell if you get X amount for it. But then there's 2 other people like, they're going to sell in 18 months. And I'm like, cool, perfect. Let's just keep in touch with these people, add value to them, because come 18 months, you've got a few bowls in the year.
Yeah.
And then they just, when they're ripe, when they're ready, they pick up their phone and hopefully give you a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Question number 2, Lauren. This is a lead generation question. Do I need to do cold calls, open houses, email marketing, and paid leads to capture more leads, or should I just focus on what I'm good at? So I think the question here is, you do a lot of things, right? But it's because you're very disciplined in your day and you know what exactly is happening. But what's your thoughts on doing things that you're just good at? She doesn't actually say what she's good at.
Yeah. So let's assume she is good at doing cold calls and open homes.
Yeah.
I'm suggesting those are great way to generate leads, and that's cost you zero, nothing. So I'm all for that until you start making better money, so you can put money in and you get X amount back. You're making some money before you're putting money in, right? So the cold calling is what I would do, carry on. Open homes, and then I'll generate leads that way, and then nurture them, because those leads that you're going to do from cold calls, hardly ever I've called anybody in 17 and a half years. They're like, come and list my house. I was waiting for you to call me. Right?
Yeah.
It does hardly ever happen, right? It's never happened to me. What can happen is like, okay, my name is Lauren, whomever. I'm working for X brand. I'm just curious, what's your situation? What is it we can do for you? I'm not looking to sell now, but maybe in 3-4 years' time, give me a call back. Would you appreciate a market report? Yes, I would like a market report. Go and personally drop it off because you've got nothing else to do anyways.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself so you go face to face, you know the person, and then from there, nurture them. Yeah.
Educate them.
Educate them, exactly.
Not prospect. No. All right, nice. All right, question 3. This is from Sarah. You'll like this one. Well, yeah, you will. I have been on 3 agency teams in the last 3 years, all promising me the world with little to no help.
Yeah.
I understand this is a solo business. However, why would I then join a team? I have received no benefit, and all prospects have been completely on my own back.
Yeah. Yeah.
What should she do?
So most I say it's like most of the agencies are exactly the same. They're hard to do anything different, with all due respect, right? There's some great ones, there's some ones that do average, but in majority of the cases, they're kind of the same. All is you change the color.
Yeah.
You've got white sign, you got red signs, you got blue signs, you got yellow signs. So just signs are change, nothing much change. So for me, is if you don't, when you go looking for an agency, you should be interviewing them, not them interviewing you. Because, so, okay, what do you, because you're actually self-employed. Like when you're working as a salesperson, you're self-employed.
Yeah.
And anybody, apart from, we like to qualify people before you get a job here. We do 4 or 5 interviews before even agents, salespeople. We like to interview them many times before we give them a job.
Yeah.
But anywhere else you go as an agent, they give you a job. Here's a seat, here's a table, here's a phone. You get your own iPhone, obviously, now with your cell phone.
Yeah.
Make phone calls. But what your job, I'm suggesting, is you interview them. What do they bring to the table?
Yeah.
Do they help you with training? Do they help you to teach you how to prospect, generate leads? Do they teach you how to list or convert leads?
Yeah.
Do they help you how to negotiate or sell? Do they teach you how to nurture?
So what questions, or let's say the top 3 things Sarah should be looking for when she's going to these agencies?
Yeah.
What are like 3 things that she should really ask?
So one of the things, who's the mentor? Who's the person's mentoring you, right? And what is his credentials?
Yeah.
Like, is he or she just a salesperson who has never sold a home before herself, or maybe sold a little house, some houses, but they didn't have a great track record?
Yeah.
So now they're salespeople trying to teach you how to do things. Like, how can you learn from somebody?
You've got
like
an acronym for the choosing a mentor.
Yeah.
We've talked about this in previous podcasts. I thought it was really good. What is it again?
So it's you put me in the spot now, but it is so that mentor is this theory.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. T theory. Yeah.
So one is somebody who was technician who has only read books in certain topic.
Theory. Expertise. Experience. Application.
Application. Yeah. So you want to have you want to have somebody who was read things about it, who is great at what he does, because he reads so much about it, become like professional at reading it.
Yeah.
Who has actually done it and who's actually help other people become successful as well. That's the ideal mentor.
Yeah.
So you're looking for somebody who's.
So Sarah should be asking those questions, and who's your mentor when joining?
Yeah.
What's the other two?
So the other thing would be like, so who is the mentor that's teaching you, and who have they taught how to become successful, right? Have they helped anybody else become successful, right? What kind of systems that this agency has to help you?
Yeah.
Like what kind of like every agency got that database.
And what are they looking for in those systems?
So in the system you will have like the system that we've created is actually like, for example, if you need an appraisal on your property, right? You would send the request, and the support team will actually help you do that appraisal.
Yeah.
Or if you, for example, you've got a database, somebody in your database, how do you nurture those databases so in your database? So because everybody's got a database, right? Every single agency has got a database, but how do they work the people in the database? So we talk about like, is it fat database or a fit one? A fit one meaning you actually work in a database and you've got certain groups. People who want to sell, they go in sellers group. People who sold with you go to gold group. People who's done appraisal, ask for an appraisal, they go to bronze group.
Yeah.
People who bought through you, they go to silver group. So having all those kind of systems, do they have those?
Yeah.
And how can they help you work those systems?
And number 3, so mentors, systems. What's your third?
What would be one?
It's probably going to be a hard one because there's many, but
the third one would be is like, what kind of do they have? I would say like, what kind of training do they run? Like, what kind of like how are they going to help you become successful?
Yeah.
Because the truth is like, obviously we talk about like always that it's about your mindset, how you do things. Say you do every single thing there is, right?
Yeah.
What kind of part do you play as an agency or as a mentor that helped me become successful faster?
Yeah.
So one of the girls I'm talking to, one of our girls, Shah, she's been with us for like 2 years. And I was telling her like, unless I make you successful where I am at in 2, 3, 4 years, then I'm not actually doing my job right. So the next person, Cam comes on board or Nicole comes on board, we want to make sure we get them to where Shah's got to in a year's time.
Yeah.
Because we've already created that blueprint, if you will.
And like we've talked about this, but you need the right mindset as well. Being a real estate agent isn't easy. Like you can have all of the mentors and everything, but if you don't apply that knowledge and have some resilience, I mean, Shah talks about this in a podcast, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah. So one of the things I talk about is like, it's like having, we think the brands are actually going to make us successful. So I can give you all the tools, everything that we have, all the support that we have, all the resources. But if you're not picking up those tools, it's like going to the gym, want a six-pack, but don't want to go and do any workout there.
Yeah.
Don't want to pick up the weights and do the weights, right? So first of all, does the organization, do they have all the tools and resources to help you become successful? And secondly, have you got the mindset to pick up all those weights?
Yeah.
And work at it.
Do you think there is an advantage though to some agents joining these big brands? Because say if I'm a seller, they know those brands, right?
Sure.
And there is some element of trust because it's been around for hundreds of years. Do you think that can help an agent, even if they don't have the support system?
Yeah.
That brand?
I actually think that because I've done it within a brand, I've done it within. Now people know Najib, but back when we started Najib, nobody knew it, right? People deal with people. Like, people deal with Nathan, people deal with Cam, people deal with Nick, people deal with Sharp, people deal with Matt.
Yeah.
So it's who you are, number one. Unless this brand, a young brand, a new brand, a 100-year-old brand, give you support, like the support, the things that are discussed, then you're better off with just doing it on your own. Just the brands. I'll tell you, the brands has got nothing to do with it now. In today's society, thankfully. If it was 50 years ago, maybe it was different because there was no internet, all that kind of stuff. I tell my clients that thanks to the internet, it's made the playing field even. So every agency put you on Trade Me, put your reels.co.nz, put you on social medias.
Yeah.
It's the person that's actually how this person is going to work for you, who's going to help you get the best possible price. And same as agents. Like these social media pages everywhere.
Yeah.
People actually dealing with you. If you put in the hard yards and you've got a good brand that's like I talk about, like, a brand with integrity, a brand that stands for the integrity and transparency, and people know that this brand will, they say with a brand that's like perhaps like that have got do things the right way, if you will, because in real estate industry we haven't got a great name already, anyways.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like if you join a brand and they do have a negative relationship with society in general, or they've had some bad press, that could hurt you as an agent.
Yeah.
I believe, because people, I don't want to actually deal with that agency.
Sure.
But if you got like some core values that you stick to, kind of like Najib, and people know who you are and they respect you, then you can take on those values when you join that company.
Yeah. I think of course it's important to like for me personally, like the values that we have is very, very important to me, right? And the truth is, like, because we've had a bad name as the real estate industry as a whole, it's very hard for us people to treat, until they get to know you, they treat me as a real estate agent as well.
Yeah.
And then once they get to know you, then they're like, they're relaxed. They're like, this person's going to take care of me. So what I'm saying is, like, the brand, people deal with people, not brands.
Yeah.
And once they get to know you, that you're a good human being and you're great at what you do, then you can be very successful.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4, James. I'm a 28-year-old with a wife and 2 daughters. We have no debt and currently rent an apartment. My wife earns $55,000. I earn $60,000 annually. I love making connections and aspire to be my own boss. Do you have any advice on how I can become a real estate agent? So let's take this situation. What would you do if you were James?
Good for him. First of all, salute to you having 2 kids and doing quite well, obviously, with no debt. So so well done. Well done to you. One of the things I would do if I was James and I had 2 little ways to take care of, I would make sure I've got a reserve there just in case I don't make a sale for a little while.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like if you've got 2... How much saving? I would like to say 6 months.
Expenses, yeah.
Expenses, and it's nice to have he's got his wife working, making decent amount of money, so the income is going to be half now.
Yeah.
So if you have 6 months income, make sure you've got that saving. And then you go there and I suggest, I would say, if you want to do something, you best do it now than later, because it's never the right time to do. But you've got to have 6 months saving, I suggest, first. And then I would talk to people prior to actually starting getting my license, while I'm getting my license, so you don't have to quit your job yet. And put money aside for 6 months saving. Don't quit my job. And slowly maybe do part-time work, or maybe I'll work after hours. And I would say if I had family when I started, I would educate my family saying, hey, I'll sell them the dream to
Yeah.
support me, right? Because nothing worse than like, I'm working all hours and come home and then my wife and the kids are not happy either.
Yeah.
So if I would be selling them the dream that, hey,
It's probably the first step, right? Sell them the dream. You don't want to come back to an unhappy wife and kids.
exactly. So
Happy wife, happy life.
yeah, so obviously he's done well so far. I don't want him to, God forbid, destroy that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I would say sell them the vision and work, have some savings aside so you don't stress and get everybody else stressed around you, especially the little ones.
Yeah.
And then work your back off all hours. While you're getting your license, you're talking to people that you're becoming a real estate agent, and hopefully you got a bunch of friends that will help you with. Perhaps they might have friends or family that are thinking about selling, or they might have houses to sell. So I'll be doing all those bunch of things. Make sure everything is there in the background, and then I'll just jump at it after a little while. Once I've got a 6 month saving,
You've got a safety net. Yeah, nice. I like it. So study while he's still working, saving up that income, right? And then he gets his license.
Yeah, because you can't make money unless you've got your license, right?
Correct.
So what I'm saying is get your license while you have your job.
Yeah.
And then while you're doing that, put some money aside. Hopefully you already got some money aside. You've got no debt, so maybe you just do some extra saving, and hopefully you've got some saving already.
Yeah.
For 6 months. So you got 6 months saving. You're getting your license. So now you got your license. You got your 6 months savings still.
Yeah.
Maybe do 20 hours of work and do work all hours doing real estate. And then once you hopefully get a couple of sales lined up, and then you slow. It's kind of like releasing the lever. Like, now you've got full-time job and you're hard doing real estate. So increasing this.
Yeah.
And try and do it as fast as you can. And once again, get a mentor that can actually help you. I'm like big on mentor. Like I'm telling you, I wish I knew what I know now 17 years ago. I would have done what I've done 17 years ago in like 6 years.
Yeah.
But the reason I've been fast-tracked in the last, let's say, 10 years because I've been surrounded with great mentors and friends. So that's important for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should take on board some of the other advice from the previous questions as well. Like that'll help him when choosing an agency.
Absolutely.
One more question.
We got time.
All right.
We got time.
Annabelle, this actually relates to probably a lot of potentially new agents in the market at the moment. The market is slow and I'm really struggling to get business, and I'm wondering if it's me or the market.
Yeah.
Any tips?
So I'm gonna Annabelle, yeah?
Yeah, how do you know if it's you?
Yeah, what's that?
How do you know if it's you or the market?
Yeah, so it's always, I talk about staying above the line rather than below the line. Above the line, you're taking responsibility, ownership, and keeping yourself accountable. Below the line, you're blaming people or the market,
Yeah.
making excuses, or you're in denial totally, right?
It's so easy to fall into those traps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So once I say, okay, just get above the line. It's if you're not making sales and there's a whole lot of sales happening in the area, people are buying houses, people are selling houses, right? But you're not selling houses. Okay, it's responsibility. I'm not selling houses. Why? I'm not good enough. Okay, I need to do some practice. Wherever it may be. Maybe I'm not making enough phone calls. Maybe my listing presentation is not that great. Maybe my negotiation skills are not good. Maybe I'm not nurturing clients, right? So work on those things. Take responsibility, I suggest. And I think real estate does take time. So I'm not having a go at you, but what I'm suggesting is it's always, if the sales are happening in the area like it is, and you're not making sales, obviously it's not the market.
Yeah.
It would be, I suggest it would be you, but don't be too hard on yourself, though. Don't be too hard on yourself.
No, that's great advice. Thank you, Nathan. Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed this. This is good. Like this is a good format. Answering people's questions. It's like me having conversation with people, and obviously I'll try to make time for people if they were going to reach out to me.
Yeah,
they're more than welcome to. I'll do my best to get back to them with wherever I can, because like people that I reach out to has helped me in the past, right? It would be selfish of me if I didn't give back.
Of course, yeah. And that's why you want to do this podcast. You're giving back, and it's like you're training your new agents on Saturday, right?
Sure.
And this podcast is kind of like that. You're almost in the room with us, listening to your advice. So I think
it's such a pleasure to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Giving back to the industry. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll leave you with the outro. But next week, Nathan will be doing his one-on-one. So we'll see you next Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to it, Bowie. Thank you.
Yeah.